After spending 7 years Fieldhouse, and this Fever offense has been swings. Clark on a step back.
They have size at every position.
Last time these two teams matched up, it was. This is Odyssey Sim.
A handful of times, and it's been so.
Jackson averaging 13 points per game.
Break, and you can't let Kelsey Mitchell get.
She's pulling away a big lead.
He's got range.
Boston backdoor pass.
LA has.
Going to work on Stevens, and here is Stevens, who will launch Indiana with the defense. Lexi Hull going close.
Enough changes for this team.
Here's Mitchell putting on the move. As Hamby goes back to work, and the scoop. Clark, step back. Here is Hamby, who will fire from 3.
Did all the hard stuff. August.
And to win Rookie of the Month and Player VP, here is Nalissa Smith, fire away. Just 11th in the WNBA. A week ago today, they beat
Mitchell and Clark.
Awards, the coaching award.
It is New York, the top team in the league.
Kelsey Mitchell was equally, if not more, just. Hamby just puts her head down. Kelsey, thank you for the franchise.
No question. You said 4, maybe 3. Fever in the 6th spot.
Odyssey Sims finds some hesitation. Clark gets inside. Hamby fighting through traffic, flips it up, shot. Here is Stevens on the roll. Oh.
Action. She's really good.
Mitchell, catch and shoot, whistle there.
Since the break, 100. It's amazing.
Mitchell leads all scorers with 7.
Mitchell doing a really good job fronting Rakia. Just a half a beat off on the
Indiana times. Here's Lee.
Goal post who can run off screen.
Backdoor pass finds Kia Nurse. The Fever turnover, so it hasn't hurt them. Jackson, nice footwork. Comes, Boston flips her shoulder, and it's an off. Ray Burrell, who's just checked. Clark stepping back on the baseline.
To her game as well.
Burrell attacking the baseline.
It's such a low-scoring first quarter.
Shots because of that turnover.
Relax just a tad. You're playing.
Clark will launch off balance. Fortune here if you are a fan of it. Both playing in this building. It's Nurse.
You can say that about the Indiana Fever.
Here in May. Clark 5 highest scoring, had more than that in a season.
Time to spend on all the numbers.
On the bounce, Dantas charging inside line. There's Burrell through trap.
Players, Smith and Dante.
Mitchell. Here is Nurse stepping back, launching, and she was here. She hit 5 threes. Smith denial, but on a second.
Fast break opportunities.
Nurse stepping back and Rabbit
quickly. You got to move the ball.
In the WNBA, so it's a little below.
Turnover margin, a +2 rebound.
Putting on the moves, Clark.
17 points a game.
Kelsey Mitchell as she steps into a 2. Right there with Ray Burrell and Kia Nurse.
To help Indiana.
Dantas over a dub. Sims on the drive, draws the foul. Way through the second. Here Gabe already put together a fine evening.
Their average. To execute in the quarter court. And now can get you with some mismatches.
Trying to get this Indiana offense kick-started.
Bees on the season. And home of the Imps. Same place as me.
Clark, good feed into Boston. Here's Azare again. Oh, D. Boston on the other end in May.
And executive of the year in this league. Really. And fast as North Indiana play offensively.
Well, worth noting that sometimes it does. It's a 2. Vegas a couple of times. So they've got some impressive wins. Sunday's total here in the first.
Go to LA's practice the W because they work.
Here's Burrell fighting inside and backdoor cut. It's Mitchell.
Right at Mitchell's defender and let her. What a tremendous defense.
Just 3 total points since the minutes. We haven't seen Christy Wallace.
Coming off the bench again. So she's a crazy woman.
While ping pongs around, look at Lexi.
Russell in the same sentence.
Jackson trying to create, driving on Samuels.
Starter on this team, number 2 pick in the draft. Cameron, we're sending our best to you.
And rebounds.
Because she wanted to beat her, and for Rakia, it's like you're going to be an all-star.
No question, and that's what advantage on Wheeler. And Jack.
She's an incredible athlete, and you're a rookie. That's impressive.
Oh, Clark.
And try to get her going. Looks like they're going.
Here's Talbot. Sims into hole. And on the drive, turns the corner and gets to the rim. Here is Talbot. We've seen that speed be such a break. Smith going one-on-one.
Passers out of that play.
Here's Stevens. Stevens will try it again.
Aaliyah Boston getting away.
He's finding some room to work down there. Not on a regular roster deal, Seals, but Not a full-time gig. Nurse able to shovel it there to Stevens. Mitchell staying aggressive, flips it up, flips.
False
On the gridiron.
penalty on the officials.
Here in the second half. Amby with a crossover, driving into Smith, leaves Clark. Clark crossing over, and traces. Sims giving chase. Caitlin Clark as Jackson throws up a wide, bounces for Boston. Here is Hamby on the other end, spinning.
Somebody back. You were on the same side. Look at Boston last
year.
12 and 13.
On Egypt, putting on the moves. Tactician, it's always a chess match.
Timeout or a substitution.
The switch on to Boston, driving on Boston. And
Hill gets you in isolation. Look to in Dallas.
On the drive, Clark hangs and banks it.
Stop her.
Jackson turning on, trying to establish lead. A half to hoist from way outside.
Especially from your defense.
On 16 points here so far tonight. Is Clark launching.
Mismatch for Azurá Stevens. It's a much space to snake behind. You put a lot of
drops it for Smith. Haven't been able to shake the sparks. Wheeler giving chase. Jackson on the Jets. Wheeler going coast to coast. And base decision for Christie Sides. Extra pass. It's one. Indiana back up 5. And Clark trying to answer. You bet. Break out of that here as Sims on the drop.
They like to run for Kelsey Mitchell.
Nurse weaving her way inside and
Sessions try to force some slippage.
Boston back for Clark. Whips it over to Burrell, who's open. Clark back for Samuelson. Through 3. Minutes here today.
Action.
Dantas fading, firing.
Directions tough to guard. What a take by
driving on Burrell, hangs and can't.
Guarded by Mitchell and Clark.
And Sparks have just not gone away. They've Boston spinning inside.
Nobody in the league runs.
Clark lobbing inside. Oh, difficult pass.
And her ability to run the floor, play one.
Beaver hit with a moving screen. Frustration there from Clark. Step back, hits a throw, going behind the back. Oh, it's Stewart's for the most ever.
Let me correct myself.
First, will she get it off in time? Just does.
So good at creating separation to get in.
Mitchell pulling up. Hamby rolling, runs into hole. Shot.
Lexi Hall does not need. Fantastic.
Being free on the CBS Sports app. Or on 2, Sims taking it right up the middle. Fifth with the rebound. Oh, pretty spin. Christie Sides really. Burrell catch and shoot. Whoa, what
shooter open.
Mitchell, that's a deep 2 defensive end. And they lost Hamby.
Her second trip to the free throw line. She's
here as a pro, comes in your 10th season, averaging 18 points per game. That's a
Hamby talked about her 3-on-3 a remarkable run by them.
Mitchell hoists and had it.
Assist.
Gets reinforcements.
She doesn't get an assist on the stat.
And Hamby right into Smith. Maybe got away with spin move. Floats it up. Get the De'Erica Hamby. You're not battling like this.
And De'Erica.
Hamby's had a nice second half on the drive. Smith lays it in. Going here in the 4th quarter. Sims on the floor right now. Talbot. Clark lets it fly. Her direction. I think Clark and Mitchell 11 assists and 12 rebounds.
Close out games, right? And they can get a stop.
Burrell catch and shoot. He thought about the 3 and traveled. Backing in on Stevens. Called for that.
I mean, look at that's a really good ATO by Indiana.
Of the season, and that tops. And a big Burrell cut off there by Boston inside.
By the Fever. That's the kind of defense that
Nurse drives inside. Sims picks her pockets, and Sims
doesn't have space to see between there.
Has the ball under 2 minutes to go, trying to go Cambridge Fieldhouse. Mitchell will take it herself on the.
Their tendency for the Fever is
back. Here's a Boston 3. Nurse is left open. She can't like it. Boston. Mitchell.
Like I said earlier.
Break. Have we called her name?
17 for 25 days of the season.
Steal.
Got to put the foul here. I like the strategy. Play deep.
The 3 drives her way inside. Muscles. Well, once again, this young Indiana.
This play's taking too long, I think.
Not surprising. It's up. It was
just going. What happened?